Last season, rookie coach Chris Finch took the Uniball trophy. This season, they're in the National Cup final, and a win tonight will see them level at the top of the league. Following their championship win last year, Birmingham had grounds to be confident. However, not everything went to plan, but the new year brings new hope. One of the hottest teams in the league, the Birmingham Bullets, host the team that has lost only one league game, the Sheffield Sharks. We're at the NEC in Birmingham. Hello and welcome to what looks to be a very intriguing game. Birmingham is a team dealing with adversity and still in the hunt for a top 4 playoff position. Sheffield, on the other hand, are looking to stay in touch with Manchester at the top of the table. Now, speaking of Manchester, we are joined today by their head coach, Nick Nurse, who is also the former coach at Birmingham. We'll be back to speak to Nick in a moment. Down on courtside again at the point is the man himself, Mr. Alton Berg.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And if you can remember last season, the Birmingham Bullets won the championship trophy at Wembley. Subsequent comings and goings have meant it's been very difficult for Coach Mike Finger to develop any team chemistry whatsoever. H.L. Coleman, Chris Haslam, Tony Dorsey all went in the offseason. The new big men, Neville Austin and Anthony Harris, have also come and gone. In December, the owner, Harry Rubleski, went back to his native Australia, and 2 days before Christmas, the replacement big men, Mark Considine and Chuck Guitar, were released. Now, surprisingly, Birmingham's confidence and team chemistry are at an all-time high. But here's the question: can the Bullets keep firing in their present situation? Over the festive period, Coach Mike Finger wasn't so festive. He took the decision to release Chuck Guitar and Mark Considine.
Both those guys just didn't feel that they were going to be able to give their best effort and their best basketball while they were here, and so as a result, we had to make the changes and part amicably.
In a press statement released today, it was confirmed that Mark Robinson, who last year was with the Sheffield Sharks, is the 3rd player of the Birmingham roster to leave the club by mutual consent.
He's probably in the same boat as the rest of them. I just think the commitment level and the way we all felt as a team was lacking. For no particular reason, we can't point the finger. It just so happens that that's what it was. And it threw the team off balance a little bit.
For Birmingham's last 2 games, it's been up to the remaining senior players, Nigel Lloyd, Reggie Kirk, Clive Allen, Tony Sims, and Fabulous Flournoy, to play all but 20 seconds. But how long can the players and wins last?
We've been unbelievably lucky. This league is too good for us to expect to win with 5 people on a regular basis.
When you're carrying only 5 guys, you worry about 2 things: injury and foul problems. And you know, we've been fortunate on both of those areas so far.
Aged under 23 and members of the Birmingham A team, the Bullets bench lacked the maturity required to give the team much depth.
We've got a couple of juniors that I have a great deal of confidence in, Dave Waite and Dwayne Anderson. And those guys have seen, Dave Waite has seen a little bit of time for us, and so they may see some time, and then if we have a replacement by Friday, then certainly they would go in as well.
That replacement has arrived in the form of English and former Birmingham starting forward Emiko Atete. Emiko's addition will certainly add depth to the depleted team. His familiarity with some senior members will hopefully add to the positive mentality of the squad.
I definitely believe that we can beat Sheffield. It will take a tremendous effort on our part to do it. They've got, in addition to their 5 players that they start, they've got 4 guys that they're playing regular minutes coming off the bench, and so it's going to be almost a situation of the haves versus the have-nots.
We've had 2 rather easy wins over Birmingham this year when it's been all said and done, and we knew exactly what we were preparing for against that team. This team, with all the changes, we don't know exactly what we're going to be seeing. We understand the team chemistry is better. They've gotten a lot of their internal problems sorted out. They've had 2 good victories on the back of that to really fuel their confidence. So we feel that we're going up against a pretty dangerous animal tonight, and one that we don't know a whole lot about.
As we look at the table, we see the 2 teams that are highlighted today. Sheffield in very good position. Birmingham right in the battle, right behind Derby, Thames Valley, but the London Towers are right on their heels. We look at the Sheffield team, not Sheffield, the Birmingham team. You've coached this side. 4 out of 6 guys you've coached, except for Reggie Kirk, Tony Sims. Is there any way possible that they can beat Sheffield?
Well, I think there is. You know, they're going to really have to dig in and kind of hope for a lot of things to go their way. One, their stamina holds up, because lately you've been watching some of Sheffield's game. They've played a lot of teams close till the third quarter and bam, blow it open. That's attributed to their depth, and that's going to be a factor tonight.
What does Amico Atete bring to Birmingham?
Well, Amico gives them another guy that's an extremely hard worker. Amico's going to give you everything you got, 100%, like Fab does, like Clive does. Those guys are role players that are going to play hard every second they're on the floor. Now, they don't bring you much offense. That's Nigel and Reggie's job to put the ball in the basket.
In the piece that we just saw, Mike Fingers said his biggest concerns are injuries and foul problems. Which one of those two weigh the highest?
Well, injuries is something you can't do much about. Now, Mike's got to use some smarts on his matchups, who he's going to put where who's he going to put on Myers, who can get you in foul trouble, who's he going to put on Will Johnson, who can get you in foul trouble. Is he going to play some zone to protect himself from staying in foul trouble? Injuries he can't do much about, but he's got to be smart on his matchups and what types of defense he plays to watch the foul trouble.
Now, you look at Birmingham going against Sheffield. Sheffield has a big game coming up on Sunday, the Cup Final. Is there any way of a possible letdown when you look at Cup Final, you look at Birmingham's personnel?
Yeah, I tell you what, if this was us playing, I'd say, yeah, maybe. But it seems like Sheffield doesn't really know any other way to play than just come out and play. They have their style, and they almost turn out and play the same way every night. So I don't think Sheffield's a team you can kind of throw into that, looking ahead or looking back or looking 2 weeks ahead, because they just come out and play the same way every night.
Okay, thanks for that, Nick. So, are you ready for this one? Well, our commentator, Daniel Routledge, is, and he's joined by Nick Nurse.
Thanks a lot, Kev. Yes, it promises to be a great game. Let's get straight into the team list. The hometown, the Birmingham Bullets. You don't need me to repeat all the comings and goings. Looking down that list, there are plenty of unfamiliar names. At 10, Amico Atete is back. The last time he played was the championship final. Looking to the starters then, you'll see plenty of Fingers Fab Five, as they've been dubbed of late, but at least with Atete, they should get some sort of breather, which is more than they've had in the last 2 games. To Sheffield Sharks, and this could be a very good weekend, as Kevin said, for Sheffield. Victory tonight will put them level with Nick Nurse and Manchester on top of the table, and another one on Sunday will give them the first silverware of the season. Peter Scanterbury, who's not available for the Cup Final this weekend because he's cup-tied, does get a starting slot for the Sharks tonight in the 5. Watch out for the backcourt of Myers and Conlon. That should be a good matchup against Lloyd and Kirk. We're about ready to go here then for the first quarter. It'll be Will Johnson against Fab Flanoy. Plenty of height advantage to Johnson, but don't count Flanoy out. He can certainly get up there. Loose ball looked like it was Nigel Lloyd's leg, and it was indeed. It'll be Sharks ball. The bookies have Sheffield to win this one by 7, Nick Nurse. Would you agree with that?
Well, that's pretty good. I think 7 points is Sheffield might be able to cover that one tonight, but you never know. Birmingham's playing well. We're going to have to see how it goes. I think the start is really important here, that Sheffield doesn't get out and get away from them.
Myers with the quick pull-up. Terrell Myers with a tough shot. Reggie Kirk right there, but he knocked it out.
Terrell Myers is something he's been doing all year long.
Reggie Kirk runs it back, draws the foul from Will Johnson, and he'll go to the line. It was a good outlet pass from, I believe it was Nigel Lloyd, to find Reggie Kirk.
Yeah, good job by Birmingham. Sheffield pretty much starts every game, Daniel, in that 2-1-2 kind of soft press that they play. And Birmingham, what you got to do when teams pressure, any type of pressure, is you got to attack it. And Birmingham got somebody up the floor at the basket. And Reggie's at the free throw line.
Now, you said it's key for Birmingham that they don't allow Sheffield to get away early on. Do you think, though, if Sheffield did get away early on, they'd be looking to rest some of their guys for Sunday?
They possibly could. I think so. They kind of rest their guys anyway, playing 9 guys. But, yeah, I think if they get away, they're going to, you know, of course they will.
Cawthorn on the break. Good tip from Will Johnson. I was just thinking earlier, you see Will Johnson, you see Terrell Myers, and these are 2 of the best players on this team. They were coming off the bench last year.
It's unbelievable, isn't it, that those guys are that good and they were sitting on them coming off the bench last year. That's probably the biggest concern, I think, tonight, those 2 guys. Terrell, everybody's having problems with. Will, he's going to kill you on the offensive glass just like he did there. And I don't know with Birmingham's size, their depth, those kind of things, if they can handle him around the basket.
We'll see the shot clock ticking down plenty of times tonight. Birmingham, because they haven't got enough players, need to take time off the clock, and then Nigel will go to work just like that.
Exactly. How many times have you seen that? Nigel run the shot clock in 5, get himself into the lane, hang, hit that little shot. It's pretty to watch. Many times have you seen it.
Conlon inside to Cawthorn, who's got a good, 5 inches on Fab Planoy, shoots right over him, and that's going to be a tough matchup for Fab.
It is a little bit. I was wondering on the way down here, I was thinking where Coach Finger was going to go with his matchups there. You knew he was going to get a small one somewhere. It's interesting that he went with Fab on Todd Cawthorn, and Sheffield recognized it and go inside, post him up.
Tony Sims with the pull-up jump shot, had his best offensive night of the season last week. I think he had 26 points. Conlon for 3. Back comes Reggie Kirk quickly at the other end, lays it in for 2.
Reggie seems that he's found a seam in that little pressure. It's the second time he's got to the basket. Good job there. This is important. They can't let him hit too many threes and get away. Like I said, I think the start is so important so Birmingham doesn't have to use a lot of energy to try and get back in the game.
In the last 2 games that they have won with only 5 senior players, they've come good in the 3rd quarter, the Bullets. Cawthorn with the turnaround, and 4 of them fight for it. Reggie Kirk comes up with it. And it looks like Nigel Lloyd again is going to slow it down and run the 30 seconds. Bullets do like to do that. They did do that a lot before they lost these players. But with these players gone, it makes it more necessary for them there.
Yeah, it certainly does. Nigel's a control guy anyway. He's going to control the tempo of the game.
Nigel Lloyd with a big 3 as the shot clock again ticked down.
Huge shot by Nigel.
Cawthorn running it back at the other end. And the Sharks just trying to reset a bit. Here goes Terrell Myers along the baseline. The tip from Cawthorn is short. Lloyd with the defensive rebound. Flanoy kicks around to Sims. Sims given some room behind the arc. Off the back of the ring, they were looking for their first lead of the game. It wouldn't come. Myers. Terrell Myers with a little shake and bake before he pulled that one up.
You said he was coming off the bench last year, right? Look at him. Off the dribble, he's so tough. He's going to break you down, create some space, pull back. It doesn't matter if you're guarding him or not, Dan. He can shoot that thing in. He's really having an outstanding year.
Now, the coaches vote for Player of the Year. If you had to vote today, would he be the Player of the Year?
Well, since I can't vote for my own guys, I would have to say, yeah, probably.
Coaches obviously can't vote for their own players. Otherwise, you'd find every player in the league gets 1 vote each, I would think. We got 5:48 to go. It's a 3-point Sheffield lead here in the 1st quarter. Mike Finger has called a timeout for the Bullets. We're going to go down and take a listen and see what he's got to say to his team.
No, you need to pick up the energy on offense. Okay, if we're in 6 games, don't matter who starts on top or who's where, but we got nobody screening. We got standing around. All we've got is a screen on the ball with about 8 seconds left in each possession. We got to set some screens in our 1 call. We're just looking tired out there. We got to go find the guy, get the body off him, come off hard, and come off the down screen hard. And the press, get it out early and let's go. If we want it, we can get it out early. Get it out early, then get into the middle, depending on where Reggie is. Okay? Okay? We got to have more motion, more good screens.
All right, Nick, how much do you think that timeout was to give them a breather, and how much was it to actually get some information over?
Well, I thought when he took it, he was going to give him a breather, but it looked like he was upset that they weren't moving very well on offense. They weren't cutting, they weren't crisp on their passing and screening, and getting after him a little bit. He wants them to run around and run their sets quicker. So it looked like he was trying to give him quite a bit there on the offensive end of what to do.
Nigel Lloyd, Reggie Kirk, the two scorers thus far for Birmingham. I would expect big numbers from them offensively if Bullets are going to have a chance here tonight, but they will need somebody else to get some points on the board. Myers with the good work to tip it back, but it was just too far away from Peter Scantlebury. One other game going on so far tonight, it's down at Milton Keynes where they're taking on Derby. It's been a good first half for the Lions. They led by 1 at the end of the first. They lead by 5 at halftime.
Well, that would have to be a surprising one. Milton Keynes hasn't won one in a while, and they're in good shape there, but I'm sure Derby will come back at them.
Derby on the back of a couple of defeats. Reggie Kirk for 3. And Derby wouldn't want that to go into a 3-game losing streak.
That's definitely right. Milton Keynes has played a lot of close ones. Maybe it's just their time to get one in.
Milton Keynes, of course, in Derby only lost by 4 the other week. It was a big lead in the fourth quarter, but they came back at the end to trim it to 4. We'll keep up to date on that one. As for now, this one is level at 11 with the Bullets a chance to go to the line here. Reggie Kirk, as he gets fouled here on the spin, and a chance to give the Bullets the lead.
Nice move there by Reggie. Just really attacking the glass. He's active, going to the free throw line again. Birmingham's really playing to their strengths. It's kind of interesting that they've, you look at him and you think, boy, Clive didn't play very many minutes last year. Fab was about a 15 to 18 minute a game guy. Tony Sims didn't play at all. And here they are playing the whole game, and well, they're playing well.
And they've got some age on that team, a combined age of 162. That's an average of 32.4 years of age for this starting 5. There's only one player on the Sharks roster that's older than that, Pete Scantlebury. Even Chris Finch is right about that sort of age too.
Well, I tell you what, Nigel and Clyde Allen both turned 35 last year for about the 4th year in a row, so there may be a few years onto that, Daniel.
They're 37 each, I think. Bullets have their first lead of the game at 12 points to 11. Will Johnson going to work. It's double teamed. Good work from Flanoy to prevent the shot, but Johnson got the rebound, put it back in, and there was a pushing foul underneath, and the basket will count.
We'll have to take an interesting one on that. That's where Will can hurt you, is on the offensive glass. You'll see Fab doesn't look like he's happy with the call.
Fab Flanoy called for the foul. It's foul number 2, and the interesting thing is now Mike Finger does have a guy on the bench who knows how to play in this league. Does he go and use him yet?
Well, he's going to have to look at it here with 2 here with still 4.5 minutes to go. That was a tough break on Fab there. I thought he was pretty straight up. The basket went in anyway. But yeah, Miko's sitting over there, and Miko's a real similar player to Fab. So
he's not sitting over there anymore. He's gone to the bench to ask for a substitution. He's getting ready to check in the game. Oh, great pass from Kirk. Allen couldn't hang on to it. Flanoy comes up with it. It's out of bounds, and it will be a Sheffield ball. But first of all, we got some substitutions. Miko Atete checking back into the game. The last time he played for the Bullets 3 years ago, championship final, coached by Nick Nurse.
Miko Atete back in a Bullets uniform.
He was a crucial signing for you that year, wasn't he?
He was a big part of our team that year, Dan. He can really defend, really plays hard, can get on the glass a little bit. Fits into a role really well with the good team.
Great pass from Myers. Atete's first piece of action is to commit a foul on Todd Cawthorn. He also averaged about 12, 13 points that year. So he can put the ball in the hole. But the question is, the rule changes the rules have changed since he was last in this league. How long will it take for him to adjust?
Well, I don't know about the rule change having much of a factor. I know what you're saying is the talent level supposedly has gone up. The biggest thing is just him getting at this level of play physically, his condition, and just the speed, timing, those kind of things. That's what's going to take him some time, Daniel. It'll be interesting to see.
The other thing is that he was at Manchester last year, played 1 game before parting company with the club, and he's not really done anything since.
That's
so
right.
The question over his fitness is probably a big one.
Yeah, his fitness and his game sharpness. We'll see, how he handles it.
Here he is on the ball, finding Reggie Kirk. Nigel Lloyd in the low post, looking to post up Travis Conlon to the spin. There's the foul, count it! Nigel Lloyd, a veteran play in the low post.
And Nigel, he can kill you down there on the block. He goes pretty smart, draws a little body contact. I don't know about that one either. If I was going to complain about Fab getting called, it's real similar to Fab, so I guess consistent.
At least they're calling it at both ends. Still Reggie Kirk and Nigel Lloyd, the only two players on a Bullets team to score 7 points apiece. 4, by contrast, of the Sharks players on the score sheet. Here's Myers going all the way, got it knocked away, he ran out of court, and it'll be a Bullets ball. Here's another look at it. He went baseline. Allen got in the way.
Good call. His right foot came across there and touched the line. Good defense, good help defense there by the Bullets, and stepped out of bounds.
Lloyd finds Atete. Kirk double team. Turnover. Ian McKinney running it back. Broken up by Atete. We said he was a defensive stopper. He gets a stop there. Fast break. Reggie Kirk with the two-handed slam, and another great feed from Nigel Lloyd.
Reggie getting out and getting it on the break again. No, Reggie had those kind of hops on him up there with a little two-handed slam.
Cawthorn from 17 feet. In and out, Reggie Kirk with the rebound, and the Bullets fans are starting to make noise early. They know they have to be the sixth man and help this team out.
That's exactly right. They got 6. They don't have many guys over there. The fans got to do something tonight.
Reggie Kirk misses on the rearranged layup. Myers cutting through the middle is fouled by Tony Sims. And it'll send Terrell Myers to the free throw line.
There he is again, breaking it down with the crossover dribble. Pretty good foul there by Tony Sims. Going to make him go to the line and earn it.
Now, we talked about all the rotating players that Birmingham had. One of the guys they've had this year never lost, and we saw him on Wednesday night with Thames Valley. His wife Lisa gave birth to a baby boy this morning, just after midnight this morning, or last night this morning. 10 pounds, 2 ounces. That's a big baby. Congratulations to him from all at the Sky team. The name Brandon Anthony. You don't think that was after a certain Edinburgh coach, do you?
I don't think so. Congratulations, Nev and Lisa.
Chris Finch, seen his team so far in the opening nearly 8 minutes. Trail now to the Birmingham Bullets by 16 points to 15. A good break from the Bullets to leave a 3-on-1. Oh, my God, live! It's been a while since we see Clive Allen with a big dunk.
My goodness.
Now, if you look at the graphic there, Nick Nurse, you can see how the Bullets are taking time off the clock and running it down. 63% of the possession. Reggie Kirk with the defensive rebound. The Bullets are off and running again. Lloyd is fouled by Ian McKinney.
Man, how about that play by Clive Allen before a two-handed tip dunk off the Amico Atete miss. But here's the drive by Nigel. And continuing, Lloyd and Kirk attacking the basket, drawing another foul to get to the free throw line.
That offensive rebound and slam for Clive Allen, the first score other than Nigel Lloyd or Reggie Kirk. For the Bullets, you wouldn't have expected it from Clive Allen, perhaps, and especially not in that sort of manner. Nigel Lloyd makes them both, and the Bullets lead here by 5. Stolen away by Atete, but he ran out of court. Now, I know we're still early in the game, there's 1:45 to go, but here are the Bullets up 5. They cut all these players, and they've won 2 games. They're up 5 against a team at the top of the table. People were thinking, what is Mike Finger doing? You know, he's writing his own sort of resignation note here because they're just going to plummet down the table.
Well, I think everybody questioned it because he didn't have any really replacements in mind. But one of the things that Mike has done is his team was playing poorly. He wasn't happy with them. They weren't working hard, and he thought he had some guys that were the reason for that. So he let them go. And I tell you what, one piece of advice I got when I first started coaching, somebody said, listen, you're going to go down doing it your way. And I think that's what he said. Listen, come on, do it my way, because it ain't working, the other way. And I give him a lot of credit for it. I think everybody, he's opened up a lot of eyes with it.
He's got the quick eye because they reset the 30-second clock on that last one. He was trying to say there was no shot got off Mike Finger. The referees have decided he's wrong, and there's a new 30, but it doesn't matter because McKinney with a quick shot and misses. Ian McKinney missing a shot. They're few and far between. He leads the league in free throw shooting, floor shooting, and three-point shooting. He is the best shooter in the league.
He's an unbelievable shooter, Daniel. Anytime he misses one this year, it's exactly what you do is go. You didn't expect that to happen.
Myers running it back. Myers all the way off the glass, trying to get his own rebound, but it comes out to Nigel Lloyd. Sharks failing on their last 5 shots to get a basket.
Reggie Kirk is injured here. Here comes Reggie up the court. You're going to see him come into the picture here shortly. He got chopped in the throat or something.
Certainly seems to be holding his chin or his throat. Nigel Lloyd going strong to the basket. Rebound, Will Johnson. McKinney. Myers giving some space behind the arc. It's in and out. And I tell you what, they may lack height, but the Bullets are doing a good job on the glass. 11 defensive rebounds in the first quarter.
You got a few guys out there, Tete, Clive Allen, Tony Sims, you're right. Maybe aren't the tallest guys in the world, but they all are aggressive rebounders. Even Reggie Kirk's a decent rebounder for a guard. So, yeah, and they're just real conscious of blocking out, getting a body on people.
Reggie Kirk ticking it down the shot clock. It's a few less seconds in the game clock. He goes strong to the hole. There's a whistle on the play. And the foul is called on Will Johnson. His second personal foul, and it will send Reggie Kirk to the line.
That one looked close too. But they've been calling some, you take it to the basket in this game. Looks like you're going to get to the free throw line. Let's see if that changes here at the quarter break or at halftime or something. But there's and some kind of what I would consider light fouls going to the basket in this game.
To be fair, they've called them at both ends, though.
Exactly right. That's the way they've called them. It'll be interesting to see if they continue to call it that way.
As a coach, you can't argue as long as they're going both ways.
Exactly right. The thing about it now, these players got to adjust to it. If they're going to keep calling them, you're going to want to keep going inside.
Conlon running it back, trying to get the last shot off. He couldn't. That won't count, surely. Will it?
It should.
It does. The referee says yes. That's a basket for Travis Conlon. It looked a bit late, but the referee thought otherwise. Clive Allen on the floor thought he might have got a charging foul, but at the end of it all, it was a foul. It was a basket for Travis Conlon. But it's still been a very good first quarter for Nigel Lloyd, Reggie Kirk, and the Birmingham Bullets. At the end of one, they lead 21-17. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We're going to take a look at the match facts here, Nick. No, in fact, what it was that last play, we were both not sure whether he got it off. Let's have a look. Now, the shot was off there before the buzzer, so we were wrong on that one, but there is a question as to whether he might have traveled there.
Well, there's two things. First of all, there's 4 seconds on the clock. He did all that in 4 seconds. He has to have the ball released before four counts down to 0. Looked like he may have charged there. He definitely traveled because he lost the ball without anybody hitting it, and they end up with 2 points out of it. I'll tell you what happens in that situation. Referees don't like to blow their whistle at the end of time, the quarter, the half, end of the game. They kind of try and let it play out without having to make a call, and that's exactly what they did there, but there they should have.
Well, the basket counted, but Reggie Kirk here has been a rock for the Bullets. 10 points for him, 9 for Nigel Lloyd. It's been all about those two in the first quarter.
Well, those guys are 2 great scorers. They both now are really moving up high in the top 10 in the scoring in the league. And those guys can flat out score. So, for Sheffield, you need to take those 2 guys out of the game somehow.
Scanterbury, Allen, 2 of the old boys going up for the jump ball there. Now this scoreline here, 21-17, this is a Birmingham scoreline. Sheffield averaged 98 points a game. They'll be wanting to get that up because I don't think Birmingham could score 98 points. I don't think there's enough offense there, Nick. Conlon through the middle draws the foul.
There's a nice pass by Scants there inside. Conlon using his size to take it to the basket, when we talked about there in the first quarter. I agree with you. Birmingham's played this way all year long. Sheffield is really tries to get up and down, outscoring transition. I think I noticed right there in that possession, Chris Finch got after him a little bit. We're not cutting on offense enough. We're not active enough because they look like they speeded everything up there just a little bit.
I mean, Chris has had his team running up and down the court all season long. They average, as I say, 98, but they only give up like 78 points a game. The Bullets average about 78 for and against. So it's one of them things. If Chris can get his team to get up and down the floor, get points on the board, Birmingham are going to really struggle.
That's right. That's why I said I thought the start was so important, because that's what Chris would want to do, just come in here and try and run out of here. Run out, get transition baskets, and get out of here. Well, Birmingham controlled the tempo, which Nigel Lloyd's so good at doing, and they're giving themselves a chance not only to be in the game, they're leading it.
Underneath is Amiko Atete, his first score for the Bullets in 3 years.
Hey, Amiko doesn't look like he's a guy that hasn't played in a while. He looks, his ball handling looks good. He makes a nice move there and a finish. He's been active at the defensive end.
He was playing defense there on Scantlebury, who passed it out and got it back from Michael Payne. Scants lining up the three. That's short, and an easy board for Amiko Atete. Reggie Kirk on the far side, guarded by Myers. Payne thought about a double team. Still goes Reggie Kirk. Reggie Kirk just works his way inside, but it just rolls about and out. Cawthorn with the save. Conlon backing out. Scantlebury from the corner, a long two this time from Peter Scantlebury, more his range.
Yeah, just a little bit there. He can hit the threes, but he's going to be a little bit more comfortable step inside. As you can see, Birmingham, part of their strategy is they're going to try and help on Johnson, help off Myers, and give Scants that open shot. He's going to have to take him if they're going to give it to him.
Atete with the spin through the middle is blocked by Cawthorn. Foul on the play. Is it on Todd Cawthorn? He looks unhappy. In fact, it's not. It's on Travis Conlon, said the referee. And that is foul number 2 on Travis Conlon. Both he and Johnson now on 2 fouls early here in the second.
Looked like they called it a little push in the back there. If they did call it, they called it on Conlon. He had his left arm, I think, in the back as Amiko went to the basket.
Atete hits the first free throw.
It's great to see Amiko back, Daniel. That injury he had last year was really bad. I mean, really, really bad injury. So it's nice to see him back in the country. He can be a factor in this league for a lot of years if he wants to be.
Oh, Myers with a quick move thrown out by Allen to Kirk. Both teams struggling from the foul line. Kirk going along the baseline underneath. A little too strong on the reverse layup, but he'll run it down and keep it in his own half with a handover to Nigel Lloyd. And Nigel will look to take some time off the clock, no doubt. Here he is backing in on Myers with the spin. Nigel Lloyd. It seems to me Nigel Lloyd just loves playing against these young bucks so he can show them how the old guy still got it in him.
That's exactly right. I tell you what, Nigel Lloyd's a guy, I don't know how old he is, man. I'll be honest with you, he's like 37, 38, plus some, who knows. But man, he sure doesn't play like it.
Travis Conlon with a nice slash through the middle. Yeah, Nigel Lloyd, officially in the book, 37. He's been playing an awfully long time. But he just seems to get better year on, doesn't he?
He is. He's so fun to watch for me. I just love being at games when he's in them. There he goes again. Looks like he's going to go to work.
This time Cawthorn's there to help. Here comes Cawthorn on the help. Lloyd with a quick jump shot. Nigel Lloyd.
How do you stop that, Daniel? They're sending everybody. They're going to double him. Nigel Lloyd.
And at the other end, another repeat as Conlon runs back through the middle and a layup.
Sheffield's offense is clicking pretty well right now. They're going to have to try and figure out something to do here. Again, Lloyd and Kirk. Lloyd with 13, Kirk with 10.
Kirk under pressure from Myers. They put Conlon now on Lloyd. Oh, great block from Cawthorn, but the whistle's on the play. He's very unhappy with that call. It's his first. What did you make of that one, Nick?
I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. If I'm Chris Finch, so I'm going to start getting upset. Because they've had to block at least 1 or 2 of these clean. Everyone's been called. Some of them, they've been fouls, but don't always get called, those kind of things. So I can see Chris over there. His blood's boiling. He's working on the officials on the sideline.
Reggie Kirk there going to the bench as Atete is at the line. Fab Flanoy comes in. Now you've got to think Nigel Lloyd is the main offense out there.
I tell you what, I don't think Reggie Kirk's he's going to go over there, tie his shoe, maybe grab a drink of water. He's going to have to check back in. He ain't going to go very long over there on the side.
10 points, 5 rebounds already for Reggie Kirk. 14 minutes into the ball game. There's a foul called underneath.
Here comes Reggie. He is coming back in. He's coming right back in.
Maybe, what, 20, 30 seconds on the bench for Reggie Kirk, and he's right back in the game. Emiko Etete will go and sit down. And the fans on their feet over there on the far side, they really like the job he's done when he's come out here.
Yeah, Emiko always was a fan favorite here, and you know, they remember what he did and helping him win the Wembley Championship. So he looked good too. I mean, really amazingly good for how long it's been since he's played in the league.
It'll be a battle between him and Fab Flanoy for the fans' popularity. Two very similar sort of players. They both work really hard, and fans really like that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're good players. I had them both on my team. I have nothing but good things to say about both of them.
There's Etete just getting himself a quick breather. 8 minutes he's had thus far. Here's Nigel Lloyd, once again the game's leading scorer with 13, alongside Travis Conlon of the Sharks. Lloyd under great pressure, blocked, I think, by Scantlebury. Clive Allen gives it back. Nigel Lloyd's going to get enough points tonight. I don't think Clive needed to give that one up.
Well, Clive just wanted to make sure he's going to give it to somebody that knows how to get it in there. And what a play by Clive at the defensive end.
It was indeed a good stop from Clive Allen. Nigel Lloyd has dribbled it. He's looking to get it back, and he does. Nigel Lloyd, almost half of the Bullets' points so far tonight. 15 he has already.
Boy, they're really playing well, aren't they, Daniel? Just at both ends of the floor.
The three from Kirk won't go. And the Bullets get another offensive rebound. What have the Sharks got to do to try and quicken the tempo of this game?
Well, first things they can do, one, is they can rebound a little better. But to quicken the tempo, one, they're just going to have to push the ball.
Traveling violation called on Flanoy in there.
And another way you can try and quicken the tempo is press a little bit or half-court trap to make them play quicker. But the thing is Birmingham's guards are so good that they handle the ball and will handle some pressure. And it's hard to speed Nigel Lloyd up. It's really difficult.
Unless, of course, he wants to go out on the break. He'll go at speed, but only under his own choice. Cawthorn trying to force it inside to Myers, got it back, and got a kind roll off the front of the rim for that one to drop, cuts it back to a 2-point ball game. The last thing Sheffield want to get into here is a really tough game where it's going to go down to the last couple of seconds to see who wins this, with the cup final coming up on Sunday.
Well, that and the experience of Nigel, you know, out there when games are on the line at the end, you know, a guy that's going to knock him down is him. Yeah, I would think they would be nervous if this was a close game.
Lloyd for three, off the back of the ring. Another offensive rebound, this one from Clive Allen. That's rebound number 6 on the offensive glass for the Bullets. Oh, great tip from Fab Flanoy. Lloyd's shot was just spinning out, and Flanoy jumped in there and tipped it right back.
A lot of offensive rebounds. Here you go, Nigel got another good look. What a tip.
Fab Flanoy goes to the bench. Emiko Etete comes back in. It's the Bullets who lead by 4. Remember, the bookies suggested Sheffield will win this game by 7.
3:50 to go. Tonight's action with DHL Wilson Basketballs.
This guy needs to get involved here. Terrell needs to get a couple shots up here and see what he can get going.
Myers with 6 points. He got them early. Todd Cawthorn with the jump shot for 2.
6 personal for Todd Cawthorn. We're back to a 2-point ball game once again.
Can't really give Todd Cawthorn that sort of room from about 16, 17 feet.
Yeah, he's going to hit face-up jump shots. Cawthorn, his shooting to 17 feet right now is real good. He's even got 3-point range that he'll hurt you from behind the arc.
The Sharks fans counting down a imaginary shot clock in a hope to try and hurry up the Bullets offense. It didn't work, though. There was a foul call first.
I didn't think of that one. One way to speed him up. I didn't think of that one.
That's Terrell Myers' second foul. They got 3 of their starting 5 now on 2 fouls here in the second quarter. I've seen that work before, fans counting it down, but it usually helps when it's a full house at home rather than a group of away fans trying to do it. Tony Sims for 3 off the back of the rim. He had 6 the other week, but he's yet to find one tonight. We got a timeout was called before they inbounded the ball, and Travis Conlon went off and running. It was a timeout called by Coach Chris Finch of the Sheffield Sharks. We're going to have a listen to his words to his team.
Hey, listen, the way we play the game is not easy. It's about effort, boxing out, fundamentals, denial. If we don't do that, we're nothing. Start boxing your man out. Start running the ball down like you care. Let's deny their posts. Their posts come out here anytime they want it. They can catch it and give it to the guards. It makes our life impossible. Pick up the energy level. For 2.5 minutes, the game is ours going into halftime. Let's go.
Now, one of the key things that he said there was the rebounding. Box out, box out, box out. Look at the rebounding here for the Bullets. They've been really strong on the glass.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a phenomenal job. I mean, they realize, Daniel, hey, if they're going to win, they're going to have to play almost a perfect game. And right now, like Chris said, fundamentals, it's about Birmingham's fundamentally doing everything right. They're not turning the ball over. They're hitting the glass. They're getting second opportunities. And Chris is, you know, he's feeling it over there a little bit. There's a lot of game to go, but he's trying to get his guys right now to pick it up.
The other thing was the raised voice. I think he was trying to get the energy up, basically. They're a bit flat at the minute, the Sharks, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Chris senses that. I mean, that's the thing he was getting after them for, that they need to play hard. Without that, you know, without blocking out, without rebounding, without the fundamentals, they're nothing, was a quote he said. So, yeah, he's trying to get them going.
Now, you're obviously top of the table right now. Should Sheffield win tonight, you'd be joint top. So, you rooting for the Bullets here tonight?
Man, what kind of question is that? That's definitely. Oh, my buddy over there, Mike Finger, and helped me in the league race. That wasn't a hard one, Daniel.
What about just if it was, say, not against Sheffield, you still have a soft spot for Birmingham?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I still talk to Nigel and a lot, and Fab Flanoy, and, you know, these guys a lot. And, yeah, certainly.
Lloyd inside to Kirk. Who did it touch last? It was Reggie Kirk, and it will be out of bounds for a Sharks ball. Here's another look at it. If you just look, Myers gets a touch, and then it hits Kirk, I think. Now, this is a big game tonight, but don't forget, next Saturday, that's the big one. The top of the table clash, the one we've been waiting for, Manchester-Sheffield. Looking forward to that one, Nick?
Definitely. Definitely looking forward to it. Got a little feel for the game and the trophy. Playing them not too long ago, and I think our players are looking forward to it too, players from both teams.
First league meeting between the two teams that have dominated things thus far in the league this season. Somebody certainly isn't going to be joint top of the table, because one of these teams is going to come up with a big win. Sims inside, his first score of the evening. And the quick hands from Emiko Etete at the other end, committing the foul on Todd Cawthorne. We got 1:31 to go. We're tied at 35 here at the NEC. Mike Finger will call a timeout, probably just to allow his players to regroup, but we'll go down and have a check.
Okay. Okay, got to be smart getting back in transition. This game, we can't afford any cheapies for those guys, okay? We got to get back in transition. Okay, this offense, we're going triangle. Triangle with Reggie in the weak side. Fab's in the action spot. Nigel's up top. Pardon me, you want Nigel in the weak side? Okay, you want me in the corner or up top?
Let him go up top. That's an action spot.
Yeah, your action spot. He's up top, you're in the corner. Big Sky's in the post. Tony Sims is. Okay. Then we're coming back into man-to-man.
All right, Nick, one thing to look at here is the shooting percentage. Now, it's pretty even until you look at the free throw shooting. 6 missed shots by the Bullets. They can't afford to do that against a team like Sheffield.
Yeah, you're right. You know, they got to the basket and got to the free throw line a little bit. And, hey, they're thinking, hey, if this thing's tied, if we make our free throws, we'd have a nice little lead here. But three-pointers, neither team much in it yet, but Birmingham's got to be happy. I think Sheffield's a little concerned, but Birmingham's got to be happy. They've executed their game plan, and they're right here where they want to be with a chance to win.
Sheffield recapture the lead from the free throw line. Todd Cawthorn, the man there. And he comes up with a rattler on the second, and it's a 1-point lead for the Sharks. Kirk. Sims from the corner for 3. Tony Sims still struggling to find his touch from behind that arc. He's 0 of 3. Reggie Kirk lines one up. He can't get it to go either, and Travis Conlon gets the long rebound. It's kicked round to Myers on the far side, fakes the 3, takes a long 2 instead. Terrell Myers with a smart option.
It's a 3-point Sharks lead.
And Sheffield lead it by 3 as we tick down here on the second quarter. Reggie Kirk through the middle. Windle saves it off the leg of Tony Sims, and it'll be a Sharks ball. Latest score at the end of 3 at the other game. Milton Keynes 54, 57 Derby. A good third period for the Storm.
Yeah, good comeback there for Derby. That's got a good ball game down there. I didn't know if that was going to be a good one or not, but it looks like it's all set up for a good fourth quarter showdown.
Should be an interesting one. We'll let you know what happens in that one. Milton Keynes led by 5 at the interval. They trail by 3 at the end of 3. And an offensive rebound from Myers. Will they look for the final shot? Conlon decides no. He goes through the middle to Windle. Windle through, can't convert. The tip won't go. And eventually Cawthorn puts it in. And there's a delay of game there, which gives the Bullets a chance to get one last score here before the halftime break. It's a 5-point lead for the Sharks. Ball on the floor, and the referee's counting. You've only got 5 seconds to get it in. It's thrown along to Fab Planoy, stolen by Cawthorn, throws it back the other way, and it's too long. And Nigel Lloyd has been the man for the Bullets here in the first half with 15 points. And Mike Finger's team is doing pretty good here. Chris Finchow on the other end must be pleased with a 5-point lead. At the halftime, it's a 5-point game in favor of the Sharks.
Again, the one-day international triangular series. It's Australia versus England on Sunday morning from 3:30, and on Monday morning from 3:30 it's England against Sri Lanka. Great basketball game we have here so far, 40-30 to Sheffield. Chris Finch going in, he has to talk about the pace of the game. How is it for Birmingham right now?
Well, I think they had a great control of it there, and it maybe got a little quick there towards the end. I think both guys are going to be somewhat happy because Finger, you know, they did a nice job. They executed their game plan. They're in the game. Finch is going to be happy because they didn't start so well, but they overcame it, and they're going in with a 5-point lead.
Birmingham has to steal easy baskets to keep themselves in this game. Right. Have they been doing that enough?
I don't think so. I think, you know, they kind of started the game against the press. Here we're going to take a look at one. They get the ball in. Nigel's got his head up. There's looking up the floor, finds Reggie Kirk. That's the kind of stuff, some of the stuff they need here. At least they're going to get to the foul line.
You know, one of the things, too, guys have to stand up. The other guys like Clive Allen, Fab Flanoy, they have to bring something to the party.
That's right. You know, Nigel and Reggie have done most of the scoring. Fab and Clive and some of the other guys have done some nice things, some offensive rebounding, some defensive rebounding. Here's the big play by Clive. We're going to take a look at it. Miko goes up for the 2, misses it, and Clive with a big-time offensive rebound. A little bit more of that, you know, those kind of things will get those guys more involved.
I think one of the things that Chris Finch has to also be concerned about is the amount of rebounding. I know with 3 minutes to go, there was a 21-13 edge, and Fab Flanoy is doing an excellent job, I think, of going to the boards for Birmingham.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That's one thing Fab's going to do. When there's a shot goes up, here's Nigel driving down the lane. Fab's always going to the glass. He rolls around. Fab, look at his hang time there. He starts on one side, reaches underneath, tips it in. Fab's going to go to the glass. You got to keep him off the boards.
Okay, now as we look at the match facts, one of the things that stands out has to be, which Daniel pointed out, is the free throw percentage for the Bullets. And the main guys that are missing are basically the two leading scorers, Nigel Lloyd and Reggie Kirk.
Yeah, that's the interesting part of it. There's only really 2 points in that, though. 7 out of 13, 9 out of 13. I think the Bullets got some good looks behind the three-point line. Only hit 2 and 9, but some of those guys would hit a little bit higher percentage on those.
You know, the other thing too is the the battle of the boards, where the Bullets are controlling the boards, but you look at the turnovers. That's a major problem.
Turnovers is a problem. I tell you, the surprising thing there is, if you would have asked me if Birmingham's bench was going to outscore Sheffield's, they have a little bit, 4-2. But Sheffield's a team with the bench and got some players over there, and Birmingham has got a couple points from its head.
Let's take a look at the denominator, and I'm sure it's a lot of ups and downs on this. Beginning, Sheffield had it, Birmingham jumped up, and then Sheffield was back in it again. But there's been a lot of basketball action coming up this week, and Alton Bird will take us through some of it.
Tomorrow, Thames Valley have to beat the Storm to have any hope of continuing in the Uniball Trophy, whilst the Jets and Giants jockey for position. On Sunday, there are 2 league meetings as Manchester look to extend their lead atop the table. At the same time, Chester and Leicester start their final push to grab a playoff position. And Sunday is also National Cup Final Day as the Sharks and Leopards duel for the first silverware of the season. In the week, Thames Valley versus Leicester may mean everything to the Tigers' trophy aspirations. And on Thursday, the Greater London Leopards play host to the Derby Storm in the league. Next Saturday, it's non-stop league action, including 2 games that jump right out. First, Bob Dunwall marches his Derby Storm back to hostile Leicester following that intense trophy game where the players slugged it out last week. And second, right here on Sky Sports. Yes, sir, it's the top-of-the-table clash as the Sheffield Sharks travel to the Manchester Giants for their first league encounter of the season. Make sure you are by your television at 7 p.m. next Saturday night for that one. The Giants against the Sharks, right here on Sky Sports 1.
Hey, and we all look forward to that one. You've had a chance to play Sheffield in the Uniball. What did you learn from them in that game?
We learned a lot of things. We did some things matchup-wise that will probably make some adjustments and things. But I think the biggest thing is I was concerned we're going to have a hard time guarding them, because you look at them, 98 points a game, they get up and down the floor, this and that. But I think, I feel that our guys will come and play, and I think our guys are ready to play. I know the players in both teams are really looking forward to this game.
It's a home game for you. Is it a mandatory win?
I don't know about that. In this league, the home and away is not quite as maybe a big a problem. You can go and win on the road in this league if you take care of business. Yeah, it's a mandatory win because we're playing a game. We want to win it.
Okay, Nick, thanks for that. We're going to a break now. We'll be back. Remember, the Sheffield Sharks lead the Birmingham Bullets by a score of 40-35. Stay with us. Great second half coming up. A big weekend of live American football coming up for you. 2 doubleheaders as we reach the divisional playoffs. On Saturday from 5:30, it's the Atlanta Falcons against the San Francisco 49ers, followed by the Denver Broncos against the Miami Dolphins. And on Sunday from 5:30, it's the New York Jets against the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by the Minnesota Vikings against the Arizona Cardinals. That's 4 live games of American football coming up for you this weekend on Sky Sports. Can Birmingham come back? They trail Sheffield by 5, 40-35. It's back to our match commentators, Daniel and Nick.
Thanks, Kev. Looks like you've got a busy weekend with all that American football ahead. But first, it's basketball, and Flanoy with the jump ball to Nigel Lloyd. And he gets it back after Conlon had knocked it out of his hands. And Nigel Lloyd, of course, will slow it down, tell his players where he wants them to go, and then ensure they get there. Lloyd coming around the screens along the baseline, guarded by Conlon. Both he and Myers have had a go. And another offensive rebound. Good play. I think it was Allen who tipped it out to Reggie Kirk.
They took Clive and Fab both on the glass again. Got their hands on it, didn't secure the rebound, but tipped it to one of their teammates, and there was Kirk to clean up the garbage.
Conlon, a similar move to we saw Nigel Lloyd making in the first half, except Lloyd made it count. Conlon couldn't there. It's a 3-point game, and the Bullets with a chance to trim it a little more.
Hey, Daniel, you just saw Fab grab his 6th rebound of the game, 3 on offense, 3 on defense.
Oh, great pass. Nigel Lloyd underneath. Superb play by the Bullets.
What a pass by Fab there, but I was just getting ready to say, since the player changes here in these last 2 games, Fab has averaged 18 boards. He got 18 rebounds in both of the 2 games, so Fab's done his work.
He really has been going after it at the glass. There's a little shove in the back there by Tony Sims. Thought for a second he might have got away with it, but the referee said no and caught him for the foul.
He fouled him on that one. I saw him play, pushed him a little early there and got it.
Quick play from the Sharks didn't come off as Reggie Kirk running it back through the middle, got fouled. No, it didn't go. But he'll go to the line to have a chance to give them back the lead. Now, the one factor that Mike Finger mentioned in the package at the beginning of the game was the foul problems. They could not get into foul trouble at all, the Bullets, he said. And 3 fouls for Amico Atete, 3 fouls for Tony Sims.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. I don't know what he's going to do about it. Those guys just got to be a little bit more careful. Amico was always a little bit foul prone when I had him. It took him, especially when he first got in the league, it took him a while to adjust to it. He maybe forgot what he needs to do to stay out of foul trouble, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that.
It is difficult for players when they first come into the league to stay out of foul trouble. We see Atete back in his first game for a couple of years on 3 already. Cawthorn converts. What the foul graphic didn't show is that there are 4 Sharks players on 2 fouls. There's Cawthorn again, given some room. As we said, 17, 18 feet, and he'll knock that out. Flournoy driving through the middle, nowhere to go. He's easily blocked by Cawthorn. It's a 3-on-none, as Cawthorn will run it back and slam it in. Quick pass from Myers was the smart option.
That's a good play by Sheffield. Not a very good play by Fab there. But Cawthorn gets the easy one. He's going to get it 1-on-0. He's going to make it, Daniel.
A little shove in the back there from Peter Scantlebury. Todd Cawthorn here is trying to kick some life into the team here in the second half. He scored the last 6 floor points.
Cawthorn's leading him, 13 points. Him and Conlon leading away here. Johnson and Myers have been a little quiet in the game.
Unusually so. Fab Flournoy going strong to the basket, and he really does have some tremendous elevation to go up over the big boys. Inside is Johnson, going to work on Clive Allen. Back out to Cawthorn. 3-second violation called on Will Johnson before Todd Cawthorn got the shot off. It's a call you don't see too often in the Budweiser League, but it was a valid one because he had good position for the rebound. And here's the turnovers. We saw that Birmingham had a healthy lead in the turnovers, if you can say such a thing. And Sheffield coming back here with a couple of turnovers. Sims underneath, another great pass from Nigel Lloyd, and suddenly the Bullets are back in front.
Just picking them apart, a little switch out by Sheffield. Sims saw his man jump out on the man going on top, stayed right under there, and Nigel, like he always does, he'll find the open man.
Here's Cawthorn again. He really has got that shooting touch here in the second half.
I tell you what, Todd is doing a great job. They're going to probably need to step up on him. You know, we talked about when he's got 17 feet there, just inside the 3-point arc, he's going to make them. Maybe outside the arc, his percentage is going to drop, certainly. But I think they're going to make a little bit of adjustment, maybe put a little bit more pressure on Cawthorn.
Reggie Kirk short on the 3. Travis Conlon chasing it down. Cawthorn off and running. He pulls up for another jump shot. This time he can't convert. Johnson fighting for it, but it comes up with Kirk. Kirk looking for somewhere to go. Tries the outside. Steps underneath. Had it knocked away. It's all the way out to Nigel Lloyd. And Lloyd goes through the middle now. Lloyd off the glass. And the Bullets are back in front. They just keep swapping leads here, the 2 sides.
We got
10 lead changes in the match already. We've had half of those lead changes in the last 4 minutes in this here in this third quarter. Bullets will slow it down, wait for everybody to get down court. Here comes Reggie Kirk.
It's Milton Keynes 54, Derby 57 at 3/4.
Kirk to Flournoy. Flournoy through the middle, kicks out to Nigel Lloyd, giving a lot of room at the arc. Nigel Lloyd has been making three-pointers all his career. Don't give him a freebie.
Well, Birmingham, that was a classic example of being waiting and waiting and waiting till the death and finding exactly the guy you wanted to shoot that kind of shot.
5 straight from the Bullets. Nigel Lloyd was probably around before the three-point line, wasn't he? I hope he doesn't watch this later. Stolen away by Flanoy. Flanoy going, oh, he missed the stuff.
Wow, he didn't call a foul.
Got it back. It did look like there might have been a foul there on Terrell Myers. Underneath, great pass from Myers, but Conlon misses. And the Bullets come back with it. Stolen away by Travis Conlon, but he lost it out of bounds, and it'll be a Bullets ball.
Oh, that's funny. It kind of threw me off on that dunk. I thought the referee raised his hands. Here's the turnover off Conlon's knee and out of bounds. But the play before, I thought he raised his hand to call a foul. Of course, we can't hear the whistles usually. The play continued.
And Flanoy missed the dunk. Here's Lloyd under great pressure from Scantlebury, short. There's Flanoy again with the rebound. Fab Flanoy really coming strong under the boards there. That's his 7th rebound of the game, his 6th point.
Just the way the first half kind of started here, midway through. The Bullets are doing everything right. Got themselves a nice little 6-point lead.
Myers with the pump fake, great feed underneath to Cawthorn, and he converts.
He's got 17 personal.
Here's the points per quarter, Nick, and the Bullets come out real strong here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a lot, 17 for them with still 4 minutes to play in 1 quarter is a ton for the Bullets.
And by contrast, 8 for Sheffield has not very good at all. The Bullets trailed at halftime by 5, remember. The last 2 games, the 2 games they've won with this Fab 5, it's been 3rd quarter spurts that's done it for them. Conlon knocks it away, 3 on none, and pick your score, it'll be Myers who goes up for the slam. They cannot give up the ball like that and allow a 3 on none fast break.
Well, that's a tough one, Dan. You see the point guard, who's Nigel Lloyd. We got a whistle. It looks like we got a technical.
Was that a technical foul call? It is a technical foul on the coach, on Mike Finger. I don't quite know what he did, but he's gone over behind his bench towards the fans. He's very unhappy with himself. They can ill afford 2 shots and possession, Nick Nurse.
Well, his team had the ball there, too, and you can see Mike's upset about it. I know what he's complaining about, too, Daniel. After the last possession before, Sheffield decided to pick up Nigel Lloyd full court, and they were roughing him up as he came up the floor. Nigel was in the post, thought he was getting roughed up. Nigel was complaining about it before. I think Finger picked up the conversation with Trevor, and Trevor heard enough from both Nigel and Finger and gave it to Finger.
Terrell Myers makes 1 of 2. They will have possession as well, but bear in mind, Bullets have the possession and a chance to score. It's a big momentum swing.
It's a costly one. We'll see here. Let's see if the players can come through here and get a stop and not make it that damage. Got 1 point here. Let's see what happens.
Myers for 3. He misses, but gets his own rebound. Feed underneath, stolen away by Allen. So from the technical, they only got a point. A big break for Mike Finger. Sims quickly getting out of there under pressure. Kirk with the quick step baseline, backs in over Johnson. Flanoy tried to tip it, comes out to Myers, who saves it, but only to Flanoy. And Birmingham will look to take some time off the clock again. Now McKinney having a go at guarding Lloyd. He can't do it either as Lloyd goes through, fighting for his own rebound. Will have a jump ball, and Nigel Lloyd thought he was fouled.
Well, Nigel thinks he's fouled a lot, but I think Nigel's getting tired of everybody all over him. And that's the smart thing to do. You got to harass him. He's got to play the whole game. We've already talked about how old he is. There he is, short on the layup. Oh, he's getting window there over the head. Good call on the jump ball. I think the jump was already called there.
Nigel Lloyd, 22 points, 5 rebounds. Here's the substitutions, Nick. 13 to 5 Now, bear in mind, 5's good for Birmingham. They've only made 2 in the last 2 games, and they were quick ones in and out.
That's what the fingers working like crazy over there tonight, making 5 of them. Sheffield, I go with the 13. That's common for them. They're going to run guys in and out for the whole game.
Their bench has struggled to produce the goods, though, and not what you would expect from Sheffield with the shooters of McKinney and Payne.
Yeah, those guys at Payne and McKinney are always good for some. You know, hardly do you go through a game where they get nothing. And, you know, even with Richard Wendell, he's got a bucket, but usually got Michael Payne, Ian McKinney's going to get you at least 2 or 3 threes in the game.
McKinney Payne yet to score. Conlon coming in for Terrell Myers, who just picked up foul number 3. He's the first shot to reach that figure. Sims lines up another 3. In and out. He's 0-4 from behind the arc tonight. Out of bounds, Schultz ball. And a chance for Sheffield to regain the lead. They led by 5 at the start of this period. Wendell. Here's Payne. Conlon off the high screen. Payne for 3. That one doesn't go. Conlon rising high, but it comes down to Reggie Kirk. Kirk, 3-on-2, finds Nigel Lloyd. Lloyd with a double pump. Good fast break from the Bullets. 10th rebound of the game for Reggie Kirk, and they were off and running. Thrown away by Richard Wendell. Bullets ball once again. Mike Finger is probably quite happy now. It seems that technical hasn't really affected his team.
There's no doubt about it. He may even give him a little spark here. He's still over there wanting some of this physical stuff cleaned up, but he's got to be happy with what his team's done. Nigel's having an outstanding game and just leading the way.
The foul called, and Richard Wendell and Clive Allen exchanging a few words, pleasantries perhaps.
This is an interesting thing, Daniel. You've been seeing a lot of this. Here we go. We got a young physical player here playing against a veteran. Whistle blows, gives him a little extra shove. We've seen a lot of this happen recently in games. Casey Arena got thrown out of a game not too long ago. You know, there's been all kinds of stuff in the league. Hopefully, it kind of clean it up a little bit.
Casey went out after a scuffle with Adrian Anderson at the Sheffield game the other week. There seems to be a timeout, but nobody quite knows who's called it. The referees have called a timeout, I think. I'm not quite sure why they called a timeout, but it can only play into the hands of the Bullets, Nick Nurse.
I think maybe they're just trying to clean this thing up a little bit. Let players cool off, let cooler heads prevail.
But I've never seen anything quite where they call a timeout, send both teams to the benches unless somebody's injured or something's happened. Quite strange. Lloyd coming around off the double screen. Out to Kirk behind the arc. Allen fighting for it with Flanoy. Flanoy just couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
Make some noise for the defense!
Mike Finger must be happy with the way things are going. 3 points they lead, and 1:16 to go. Through the middle is Conlon, Payne, McKinney. Michael Payne for 3, won't go. Rebound, Fat Flanoy. And Lloyd will run it back. Kirk to Sims. Sims had it knocked away. Saved by Flanoy on the floor with Ian McKinney. And it'll be a jump ball. I know who my money's on.
What are you going for there, Daniel?
I'm going for Fat Flanoy on that one. Still the Bullets leading this quarter and leading it well.
They're playing well, Daniel. The thing that I guess I'm so impressed with is the rebounding, man. They're getting everything at their end. They're really attacking at this end. Watch Fab here tipping it to Nigel for a shot. They like to do this on the tip, as you saw at the start of the half. Oh.
He didn't. He was trying to get it back to Reggie, I think, and couldn't quite get hold of it. Kick round to McKinney. Oh, great play, Nigel Lloyd. Who said he was an old man?
I hear you. I haven't seen Nigel move like that in a long time. Look at him get himself in the play.
Look at the speed on that one.
Careful there, Nige.
We've almost wound down the third quarter. Only 2 scorers for the Sharks here in the third. Cawthorn and Myers. And way short, McKinney becomes the third player on the Sharks team to score in this quarter. But that's what we expect from the Bullets, 2 guys scoring in a quarter, not from the Sharks.
You're exactly right. I'm really surprised at how quiet Wilbur Johnson's been in this game, only 4 points. We've already talked about Payne and McKinney, although McKinney gets himself on the board there with a cheapie. But the 3-point shooting for Sheffield's really let him down. The best 3-point shooting team in the league, and they're 1 for 11.
Eye on the cup final, perhaps?
Possibly. I don't know. This Birmingham team just playing well. You know, I mean, anybody that is in here tonight would be struggling.
Shot clock ticking down. The fans letting the players know what it is by counting it. Oh, great play from Conlon to block it away from Reggie Kirk, and the Sharks will get one last shot. Conlon fires up under pressure. This time he can't hit on the buzzer at the end of the third quarter, but Nigel Lloyd continues to dominate things with 24 points for Mike Finger's Bullets. And at the end of 3, it's the Birmingham Bullets 54, Sheffield Sharks 53. This is a great game. Don't go away.
United against West Ham. There's 2 live games coming up for you on Sunday here on Sky Sports. It's the 4th quarter. Can the Birmingham Bullets continue to control this game? They lead Sheffield by 1, 54-53. It's back to Nick and Daniel.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. You just made an interesting point about the ability of the Sharks to come back. If they are going to come back, they're going to have to do better than the 1 of 11 3-point shooting, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I commented they're the best 3-point shooting team in the league, and that's where they usually open the games up. Now, just because they're 1-11 now, don't be surprised if that isn't still the way they open this game up, if they do open the game up.
Now, another key factor for the Bullets has been the rebounding. Look at that. Tremendous work on the boards.
Yeah, we've talked about that as well, Dan. Fab and Clive and even Reggie and everybody is doing an excellent job of just crashing the boards and giving their team second opportunities and not giving Sheffield second opportunities.
Adrian Anderson into the game for the first time on the ball game for the Sharks. Flanoy jumping up with scans, and Flanoy wins that one.
I can tell you Adrian Anderson's going to go on Nigel Lloyd and use up a couple fouls here. They did the same thing to Casey Arena the other day, and Casey got frustrated enough, ended up throwing a punch, I believe, and getting thrown out of the game.
Both players, in fact, were ejected from that ball game. Oh, good pass to Flanoy from Lloyd. Oh, he missed it. How did he miss that one? Fab Flanoy with a gimme layup off a sweet pass from Lloyd. Take a look at this.
Wow, and another great pass. That thing looked like it was down. Yeah, just around and out, and Fab hit it out.
Hit half turn to run back down the other end. He expected it to go in.
Sheffield very active now, moving, trying to cut, make Birmingham defend them.
Good ball movement from the Sharks before finding Cawthorn again. They still haven't quite stepped out to him, and he shot the ball really, really well tonight. 60% for 19 points.
Awesome. Ty Cawthorn's having a big game. They're finding him. He's getting open shots, and he's making them pay. 19 big ones for him, and hey, without him, they'd be in trouble.
Flanoy. Allen out up top, trying to put the ball on the floor. Uncomfortable position for him, and he ends up throwing away. He's no point guard, is he?
No, they're doing a good job. We talk about Adrian Anderson coming to the game, trying to keep it out. They're cutting down the ball, the handling opportunities for Kirk and Lloyd, and Clive hit the panic button there a little bit and chucked one away.
Turnover number 11 for the Bullets. But number 8 for the Sharks at the other end. Kirk. Oh, knocked away. There's number 12 for the Bullets. And Anderson going back with Allen, and Allen made sure he wasn't going to make the layup. They quickly turned around and shook hands sportingly. Anderson not silly enough to go toe-to-toe with Clive Allen. Especially given the fact that he was ejected from the last game.
Good job by Clive. Clive wanted him to go to the line and earn it, and made the play on the ball.
Young kid, not been on the court for very long, a minute or so. The fans behind there trying to put him off, but he calm enough to make the shot. A Birmingham native came up through the Bullets junior program, Adrian Anderson, before going to the Sharks in '94, their inaugural season. but he can't make them both. I remember him breaking a backboard in Birmingham for the Bullets before a game.
Yeah, he's got some athletic ability. He's a good defender, a good rebounder. This is what he does best right here, harass the other team's ball handlers.
Oh, sweet play. Oh, Lloyd made it even better. What a lovely play from the Bullets.
There's the vet teaching the young guy. Suckered him in on the wing, went back door. A little scoop-de-doo for two.
Myers to the fall away. In and out. Flanoy with a huge lead to pull down the rebound, make that 10 for Fab Flanoy. Two of the Bullets now in double figures on the rebounding. Kirk and Flanoy, the pair of them. Oh, good tip from Myers. Conlon throws the alley-oop, but it was way too high for Adrian Anderson. He can jump, but not that high.
And you were the one that said you saw him break a backboard. Conlon thought he could do it, go get it, huh?
Nigel Lloyd, 26 points, 5 rebounds. Really has done a captain's job tonight. Here we are, the Bullets won a couple of games in a row. They're level with one of the best teams. Nice move, Flanoy, couldn't get the roll, but he chases down his own rebound. The Bullets here level with one of the best teams in the league. They've got 6 senior players, chemistry, everything, Nick Nurse.
Well, they've always said it, you got to play as a team, and Bullets are doing it. And really executing their game plan. Chemistry is everything.
Sims. Oh, Tony Sims. He looked like somebody had a hold of him, but he still knocked out the shot. It's his second basket and third basket of the night.
I tell you what, I can't believe he made that one, Daniel. He's been wide open all night. There's somebody had a grab of his left arm, and he still stuck it in. Maybe that's been the problem.
Yeah, maybe he needs more defense on him when he's shooting. Conlon on the far side, the shot clock ticking down on Sheffield. Anderson from the foul line. Oh, a very kind roll for Adrian Anderson. It's he's up to 3. The game is tied at 58. 6 minutes to go. Nick Nurse, who's winning this ball game?
Man, I tell you what, this looks like it's going to be a great one, Daniel. I don't know. I don't know if they made me pick. I'm gonna take the Bullets because I'm rooting for them anyway. All right.
You wouldn't have said that at the beginning of the game, though. You'd have gone with the bookies with the 7-point shots win. Again, Birmingham taking over 20 seconds on the offense, and another great pass from Nigel Lloyd. Clive Allen, the recipient, and the layup. Myers spinning baseline, fires high, no good. Another rebound for Kirk, make that 11. He's going end to end, and it's knocked away by Cawthorn. He had to reach round and commit the foul first. Here he is, just trying to get that knock away, but just had a hand on him.
I like that play there by Reggie. He was real aggressive. He didn't really have numbers. It was kind of 1-on-2, but he took it to the right on a guy he thought he could beat off the dribble and force Cawthorn to foul him.
Adrian Anderson has played 4.5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. He's now gone to the bench. Will Johnson back into the game. He's had a very quiet night for Will Johnson. 4 points, 6 rebounds. He's 12 points off his season average. Scantlebury from the corner fires long. Sims with the rebound.
Wilbur Johnson and Terrell Myers are really struggling. Birmingham's doing a good job. There they turn it over, but they're doing a good job down at this end of making the guys they want to shoot the ball.
Myers certainly hasn't had too many good looks at the basket tonight. He's only got 11, averages 25. Scantlebury. Myers backs out. Now Sheffield running over 20 seconds on the offense. Here's a man who has been shooting well tonight, Cawthorn, but he's short, gets his own offensive board. He knew the shot was short, and he went after it pretty quickly. Here's Conlon. They're calling the thumbs down play. Not quite sure what it is, but we'll wait and see. It's Cawthorn for 3, obviously. Todd Cawthorn for 3. And he stroked out them 18-footers. When he missed one, he thought, well, let's try a 3.
Tell you what, he's having a huge game. There he is again. Just faced up, looking right at it. Birmingham a little late to recover to him. Sheffield back on top.
Now, we often talk about how crucial turnovers can be. Sheffield have scored very well off Birmingham's turnovers so far tonight. 14 points off 13 Bullet turnovers. Nigel Lloyd! Oh, under great pressure at the other end for three.
I tell you what, Nigel, right? Got in the face. Man, what a big shot.
Johnson inside with the fake. Oh, nice play from Will Johnson.
There he is. Will's in there. We got ourselves a ball game here. 63 all, less than 3.5 to go.
14 changes in the lead so far in the match, but we're level at 63 with 3:15 to go. Nigel Lloyd threw the ball away. He wanted a foul. He's following the referee down the court, asking why it wasn't a foul, but he just passed it to Mike Finger.
That's a bad pass.
Mike Finger taking a drink. Chris Finch patiently watching the offense of his team right in front of him. Two rookie. Oh, great steal! Reggie Kirk off and running, slams it home. Reggie Kirk on a double-double already. He's got 16 and 11.
There he is, Reggie. Up with the slam. Big possession here for Sheffield.
Every possession from here on in will be a big one, I'm sure. Myers out to Cawthorn, given room behind the arc again. This time it doesn't go, and the rebound is from Clive Allen.
What a rebound by Clive, and looks like he must have got poked in the eye or the mouth or something there, Daniel.
Yeah, I think he got poked in the eye. It was inadvertently. And the referee just stopping the game, making sure he's okay. I don't think we've seen Emiko Etete here in the second half.
We haven't. Isn't that interesting? He used him in the first just to give those guys a little bit of a rest, and he's going to go with his Warriors, the Fab Five, as they've been called here in these last couple weeks.
Could it be he just forgot he was down there on the end of the bench?
He might have.
I mean, he's used to making no subs in a game.
He made 5 substitutions in the first half, wore him out.
Oh, great spin. Oh, and a foul is called on Terrell Myers. It was a nice spin from Tony Sims, and Myers was whistled for foul number 4.
Tony Sims on the low block. Tell you what, there's another guy. I mentioned it's nice to see Emiko back. There's another guy it's nice to see back playing, Tony Sims. Wasn't too long ago, Daniel, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where he averaged almost 17, 18 points a game in this league. He hasn't played that well tonight, but he did have the big game the other day as he hits a big free throw and takes his team up 3.
He had, there's a Tete on the bench. He had 26 the other night, Tony Sims. It was, it's been a few years since he actually started a game. It was when he was down at Worthing a couple of years back that he last started a game. Myers with a little shake, then a spin, and then he backs out off the double team pressure. Conlon under pressure. Oh, he should have shot it instead of throwing it away, because the whistle went, he'd have got 2 shots.
Here he is on the drive. Good help by Fab. Fab with a little slap there on the chest or the arm there.
Foul number 3 on Flanoy. He's got Fabulous on his back. I think he's the only player in the league with his first name on the back of his shirt.
Hey, with a first name like that,
you might as well put it on the back.
Exactly right.
Jordi Cruyff at Manchester United, he does that as well, has Jordi on the back of his shirt. Nice pass! And Cawthorn converts off a sweet feed from Johnson.
Oh, is that a big basket? Huge basket. Nice to get an easy one like that right at the basket. Cawthorn puts it away. 2-point game, under 2 minutes to go.
Every score stops the clock. Who's winning, Nick Nurse?
I don't know. We got ourselves a good one, though, and that's what's important.
Is it going to be 1 in 40, or do we have to go to an extra 5 minutes? Kirk up off the glass for the layup.
Wow, what a shot by Reggie, high off the glass. Big possession here defensively for the Bullet fans.
Oh, and 2 great passes. Johnson underneath, and they just worked it in close.
Well, that's 2 huge possessions. 2 quick, easy baskets there. Bullets just got to go back and get this thing. There he goes.
Bullets will look to take as much of the 30 seconds off this clock as they possibly can. You'll see the shot clock come in before Nigel Lloyd even considers a shot here. We're down to 15. There it is. That'll tick right down into single figures before Foul called on Scans.
That's a big one right there. I was wondering if he was going to wait and wait. Nigel did a good job at drawing some contact. Now they get a new 30 or go to the free throw line. What are we in the penalty here, Daniel, or not?
We're not in the penalty.
So
third team foul, new 30 seconds, and Bullets can really take it down once again. Nigel Lloyd again ticking it down.
15.
Guarded by Pete Scantlebury. Now Lloyd goes. Shot clock down to 10. He gets it back. Into single figures as a shot clock. Lloyd's got to look for something now. Lloyd all on his own. Oh, off the glass, yes!
The crowd is on their feet!
What a huge play from Nigel Lloyd. It's a two-shot game. Back come the Sharks with Terrell Myers. The crowd is loving it. Myers backs out. Pressure. Oh, I thought that was going to go for a minute.
Whoa, Lee. 3.
The foul was called there on the shot. It will be 3 free throws for Terrell Myers, but that will be in about a minute's time because, first of all, Chris Finch has called a timeout, 22 seconds to play, 4 points in it. Let's see what he's going to plan.
Wow.
This is fun. Hey, listen. After we make 3 here, we got fouls to give, so we need to be extra aggressive. All right? Let's pick up. Hey, listen. What's that? Yeah, if Clive gets his foul right away, try and deny Nigel. Try and deny Nigel. Deny Kirk. Make someone else catch it. You want to run 12, you want to play straight up man-to-man? Man-to-man. Okay, yeah, listen. Deny those guys. Watch the clock. We may have to take a foul. All right, here we go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Well, we're on the brink of an upset here, but look at that for a result down in Milton Keynes. The Lions have beaten the Storm. 3 straight losses for Bob Dunnewold and his team. And you look disappointed by that, Nick.
I don't look disappointed. I was thinking, man, am I glad we're not playing tonight. Man, upset city is right. Hey, congratulations to Andre. That's a good one. We just played them. We just played Milton Keynes. They played us very tough.
We got 17 points to 14 here in the fourth quarter. Mike Finger obviously wasn't happy. He didn't give his players enough instruction, so he's called another timeout.
No, it's not that he's not happy. He's doing it to try and ice the shooter. Very smart move by Mike Finger. Wait, take up the whole time, let the teams come on the floor, take your timeout, give Terrell more time to think about it.
Yeah, Terrell Myers has not scored his usual production so far this evening. He's got 11 points, but he is 3 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. And as you say, there'll be a good 2.5 minutes between the foul and the actual shot.
Now, these are big free throws, no question. We can talk about what's going to happen here after the third free throw, Daniel. Sheffield has to foul immediately because they still don't send Birmingham Bullets to the free throw line. They are not in the penalty. So as soon as it comes inbounds, they're going to try and keep it out of Lloyd and Kirk's hand if they can. They're going to foul, make them take it out again, and then try and send one of the lesser free throw shooters, Illinois, Clive Allen, probably even Tony Sims to the free throw line.
81.5% free throw shooter is Terrell Myers, the man in the center of your screen there, just behind Scantlebury. He's the 20th best free throw shooter in the league. And these are 3 of the biggest free throws he'll shoot this season. He goes to the line. You can expect a lot of noise here from the home fans. The ones behind the basket, I'm sure, will be on their feet waving. Chris Finch said, when we make 3. He said, when we make 3, just to underline Terrell, just go out there and make 3. He looks calm here on the first free throw. And he makes it. So it's a one-shot ball game here, but he's got to make the other 2 because they're going to look for a foul. They've got to foul twice because they're not in the penalty. Are we going to overtime, Nick?
I don't know. It's interesting to see what happens. Harry knocks down the second one. This is the important one. The rebound, if it's a miss, the rebound is very important.
Mike Finger, I'm sure, just told his players to get the ball around the court quickly and get it in the hands of Reggie and Nigel. All 3, nothing but string for Terrell Myers. Look for a quick foul. There it is from Cawthorn on Lloyd, but that is only foul number 4. Only 2 seconds went off the clock. It'll be another sideline or possibly end line. It's an end line ball for the Bullets. Now, what the Sharks are going to try and do is get it in the hands of Tony Sims or Clive Allen and foul them, because they're weaker foul shooters. But the Bullets have sent them the other way. It's Lloyd, and he's fouled straight away. Who by? Scantlebury, I think it is. If it's Cawthorne, he's out of the ball game. It isn't. It is on Scantlebury. That's number 3. So Nigel Lloyd will now walk to the other end. 2 big free throws. He's got 31 points.
Chris Finch needs to get smart here and get his 3-point shooters in the game, even though they haven't hit anything tonight. It's time for McKinney and Payne to get in the game, because if Nigel makes these 2, it's going to be a 3-point shot, which is what they need. It doesn't look like he's going to do that as of yet. It looks like he's going to keep his big guys in to secure the rebound.
Nigel Lloyd, he only shoots 2 and a bit % better than Terrell Myers, but he's 10 places above him in the shot. 10th best free throw shooter. Both teams have missed 6 shots tonight from the line. These are big free throws for Lloyd, and he makes the first. The guys who've gone to the line, Terrell Myers is the first to congratulate Nigel Lloyd on that shot. It was nothing but net. Here's Lloyd. It's a 3-point game, 20 seconds to go. Sharks need a 3 just to force overtime and keep
Birmingham still has a foul to give too, Daniel. They can foul him.
Myers, who hit the uniball, final 3 on the buzzer to win it, can hit that one out of bounds. Sharks ball, 8 seconds to go. Remember last season, timeout called, timeout called. Now, Chris Finch has called a timeout. He's going to run a play for 8 seconds. We'll see now. Could it be Terrell Myers, who hit that big 3 in the Uniball Trophy final last season, on this court? We'll wait and see. We'll have a listen to Chris. He's going to tell his players.
We're going to run box. We're going to run box here. Let's go. Mike, go free it. Mike, go free. Pete, go for Pete, all right? Right. Okay, let's go. Let's put Todd out here, all right? Terrell there, Mike here, okay? Back screen, all right? Cut to the bucket. Come off. Yeah? Look for Todd stepping back. Listen, I want Will going right to the basket, though. If we get a chance for a quick 2 and a foul, that's what we want. Hey, listen, either way, we got to crash the board. We got to crash the board and take a foul on the crash.
The nerves on the faces of all here in the Bullets. Bullets looking for a big win here. Sheffield looking to join Nick Nurse at the top of the table.
Well, here's what's going to go down here, Daniel. Looks like they're going to run a little double screen play, bringing Myers off. Payne's going to cut to the basket. Then Todd Cawthorne's going to step back. Big thing to watch is Birmingham still got that foul to give.
They still have a foul to give, so they can foul and not result in free throws. Here's Myers. Myers under pressure for 3. It's short. Rebound Conlon. He runs out, fires up a 3. Good. Travis Conlon with 1 second to go. They didn't stop the clock. They didn't stop the clock. The clock should have stopped. There should be a second left for the Bullets, but what a tremendous shot from Travis Conlon. He got the rebound, came back out, and nothing but string.
Look at this. Good defense. Conlon, really smart, gets out behind the line. Nobody finds him. Nothing but net.
All twine. The commissioner there is saying 2 seconds. 2 seconds, said the commissioner. Chris Finch is saying, no, we don't want any seconds. We don't want any seconds. It's 2 seconds to play is what the referee said after the 3-pointer from Conlon went in. We're tied at 73, and this is a big moment in the course of the season. This is a huge moment in the course of the season. 2 seconds to go. It's got to go to Reggie or Nigel. Look for 11 and 9. It's thrown long to Flanoy. Broken up. Allen's going to chase it down. He doesn't get it in time. And we've had a tremendous game, but we've only had 40 minutes of it. We've got another 5 minutes, Nick Nurse.
Wowee. What? Hey, Birmingham had that thing. Woo, man. Sheffield, give them a lot of credit for getting this thing into overtime. They made a humongous play made by Travis Conlon.
Does the momentum now go with Sheffield with that big play? Does it deflate the Bullets?
It usually does, Daniel. The team that The team that is lucky to get into the OT is excited, and the team that thought they had the game won is disappointed. The start of the overtime period is always important in situations like this.
The first couple of scores are always key. Billy Mims likes to say the first one to score always wins. But let's just take another look at this. Here's Terrell Myers missing the three, airballing the three, unlike Terrell Myers. But Conlon heads up play, ran it back. What a great shot.
Let's take a look at it again here. Watch the Bullets players. They maybe think the game's over. Now they just, and nobody really gets out to him.
What a heads-up play. What a heads-up play by Travis.
That is a heads-up. That's a great job by him. He didn't know if he had enough time or not, but taking a 2 does him no good. He knew that for sure. Sprints out behind the arc, turns, shoots. Man, huge shot.
Prior to that shot, the shots were 2 of 15 from the three-point line, but it's only one that matters. It's the last one.
That's exactly right.
They like hitting them big threes on this court. As I said, Myers with that trophy final 3. But we got another 5 minutes to go. This is a tremendous ball game. The Bullets, only 6 senior players. They've only used 5 in the second half. The Sharks looking to go top of the table. We're into OT. And it's Sheffield who has it. Round to Scantlebury. Conlon in the corner where he hit the 3. Out to Cawthorn for a long 2. It's on the floor with Will Johnson. Will Johnson, no. Comes out, Scantlebury, and Conlon has it. Bodies flying everywhere. Cawthorn given some room. Scantlebury can't convert. Flanoy rises high for the rebound, his 12th of the ball game. Just a reminder of the foul trouble. Myers, Cawthorn on 4, Scantlebury on 3 for the Sharks. The other way, here it is. Flanoy, Atete, Sims all on 3. Bullets ticking it down, over 20 seconds as usual on the offense. Sims for 3, no good. Allen with the rebound. Kirk, again, the Bullets will look to tick it down. They're looking for that all-important Billy Mims first score. That said, Cup semi-final, Billy Mims' team didn't score first and they won. The game I saw the other week, we both saw that. Leicester-Derby. Derby scored the first 4 points and Leicester won. I don't know if Billy's right. Ticking down on the final couple of seconds of the offense. Will they get a shot off? No! That didn't go. The referees didn't hear it. The table now below. It was a 30-second violation. That one definitely didn't get off in time. Sharks came up with the rebound anyway, but you gotta stop the game. The table's got to blow the horn.
I tell you what, man, I'm gonna wake that table up, Daniel. My goodness, this is the game now. Let's go.
Yeah, they missed the 2 seconds at the end of the pass, huh? Scantlebury. Still neither team has scored in overtime. We played almost 2 minutes.
It's like right now, neither team wants to lose, doesn't it?
Scantlebury. No. And it's Kirk who gets the rebound. Nigel Lloyd says, get one in. But Kirk says, no, I'll give it back to you. Kirk looking to go baseline. He's blocked up by Johnson and Conlon. It's back out to Nigel Lloyd. Nigel just keeps giving it back to Reggie. He says, I got 33 already tonight. You get some points.
Shot clock back down under 10.
Here is Reggie Kirk, 18 in the ball game. Through the middle, too soft on the shot, got his own boards. Missed, but he was fouled. I think it was on Wilbur Johnson. That will be number 3 if it is. Here's another look at it. Good work for Reggie to chase it down. Then he got fouled by Will Johnson. Mike Payne checks into the ball game. Pete Scantlebury sits down. Reggie Kirk goes to the free throw line. 5 of 8 from the stripe this evening. And still, neither team can get a basket. We're almost halfway through overtime. We finished 2.5. Look how nervous they are in here, praying for this basket to go in here. And at last, Reggie Kirk converts. According to this, the Billy Mims rules of things, it's a Bullets win.
Okay.
which you're happy with. 14 lead changes in the match. It really has been ding-dong without a shadow of a doubt. Cawthorn to the runner. It came off the leg of one of the bullets. I couldn't work out whether it was Flanoy or Lloyd. It was definitely one of those two, but whatever it is, Sharks get the ball back, and there is 12 seconds on the shot clock. Myers with the quick release three, no. He's looking to keep up that 18-point rebound. That, for him, was rebound number 13. He needs another 5 to keep up with his 18-point rebound.
Man, those are awesome, though, when he springs up out of there like that. That was Terrell Myers' 7th miss from the three-point line. 0 for 7 tonight for Terrell from behind the arc.
He'll probably hit one on the buzzer again. Good point. The Bullets fans counting it down for Nigel Lloyd. He's way behind the arc for the... Unbelievable three.
The crowd is on their feet.
Distance. Nigel Lloyd, 36. Myers underneath to the pump. Rebound Johnson off the glass. 2-point game, 1:30 to go. Here's Lloyd again. He's done absolutely everything tonight. 36 points for him, and he's done it off some tremendous shooting. Look at his shooting. 57 behind the arc, 62 inside it. Just unbelievable shooting percentages. And he's got 5 rebounds, 4 assists to go with that. Again, they're counting down the shot clock for the Bullets. It's Kirk through the middle. Did he get it off? No, he didn't. That's a 30-second violation. 2 30-second violations, and that was a bad play by the Bullets. They just overran it.
Yeah, they did that time. Reggie got the ball hung up a little bit. He wanted to start there with about 6, and right as he started his move, it got hung up, and that kind of threw him off. He never did get the thing off.
16th turnover of the game for the Bullets. It's a 2-point game. We're inside the final minute of the first period of overtime. Just in case. Johnson under great pressure, count it! What a big play, Will Johnson. And he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. The foul was on Clive Allen, and he put plenty of body on him there, Nick Nurse.
Yeah, I think Clive was trying to send him to the line, not give him a basket, but Will was strong enough there, inched underneath, and Will was strong enough there to concentrate and put it down.
Clive Allen with his 2nd foul of the night. Will Johnson to give the Sharks back the lead, and another lead change. Looks cool there in the eyes. Oh, in and out, and Allen gets the rebound. But we're tied, and Sheffield will get one offense without an offense, unless there's an offensive rebound. Yep. Sheffield will get an offense. You see the difference between shot and game clock, top left, bottom right.
I think
Sheffield have reserved the timeout, so if Birmingham score, they'll stop the clock and get a chance to work out a play. Nigel Lloyd, 36 points on the game. He's going to take the big shot, and he's going to make it. He's going to make it, and the timeout has been called. We've got about 11 seconds left to the game. Chris Finch has got to make a big decision here. Does he go for a 3 and a win or a 2 and a second period of overtime? There's only one man that knows the answer. That's that man right there. He's going to tell us now.
What do you want to run? What do you want to run? You want to run open? Huh? Let's run open. Let's run open, all right? We got 11 seconds. We want to look to attack the basket at about half of that. No. Let's come down and run down. Let's run down. All right, down or double? What do you want? Down. Let's run down, okay? Listen. Look to attack the basket. Okay. We want to if we miss, we got to crash, take a quick foul. All right, if not, we're going to try and extend on our defense, make them work. Don't give them any easy looks coming down the floor. Let's go, defense, 1, 2, 3.
I said there was only one man who knows what the play is, but it wasn't actually Chris Finch. He turned and asked his team. That's a lot of confidence in your players.
Yeah, I think, certain guys, don't really have it going for them tonight. Myers, maybe for one, who's definitely their go-to guy, so maybe he's going to say, give him a chance, what do you want to run? Interesting here, Birmingham picks up, take up some of the time. Looks like maybe they got him out. Nope, they got him out of what they wanted to do right away.
Conlon to Cawthorn to tie it. Yes, he's tied it with 3 seconds to go, 3.5. Bullets with a chance to win it. Reggie from the halfway line for 3. We're going to a second period of overtime, and the Sharks again have denied the Bullets a huge shock victory, and we're going to overtime period number 2.
Woo! My goodness. There's Mike Finger wondering what he's got to do to win this game over there. Spurring with his assistant coach, Richard Parker.
The interesting thing is, Mike Finger did not call a timeout, or if he did, they certainly didn't give it to him. Now, maybe he tried to book it a bit too late, I don't know.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking there or not. Some coaches don't like to call him so the defense can't get set up.
Apparently, he did try and call a timeout. He obviously didn't get there in time.
You have got to be kidding me.
He didn't get there in time.
He didn't get there in time, or they didn't give it to him.
I can only assume he didn't get there in time.
Well, that's interesting. One way or another, it's interesting if he called the time. If he was too late, then it's his fault. But if he called it and they didn't give it to him, that's a major table mistake, and especially in your home arena. But I don't know.
So we've got confirmation that he definitely did not get there in time. So we're going to have another 5 minutes. Nick Nurse, this game just keeps going on and on. What a great ball game it is here tonight.
This is unbelievable, Dan. This is by far the showcase game of the year. Nigel Lloyd has been unbelievable. 38 points. Todd Cawthorn's having a huge night for himself. Baskets at the buzzer. Sheffield's answered twice with desperation shots. And here we go. 5 more minutes till we can decide. Till we get a winner, maybe 5.
The last 5 minutes, we only had 12 points, which is low scoring, but it sure was exciting. And these teams will be looking for an odd number of points in this quarter, because then one of them will have won. Chris Finch of the Sharks there, just mulling things over as we go for the second period of overtime. It's Flanoy and Johnson. Johnson wins it. Reggie Kirk didn't know which way they were going. He went the wrong way. They swap round here in the second period of overtime. Myers with a quick shake and break, broken up by Allen, but it was saved by Michael Payne. Good hands from Clive Allen. Cawthorn given room, you can't do that. He's been shooting tremendously well tonight, and there's that contradicts the first period of overtime, so there's the Billy Mims rule out the window.
Cawthorn needs to get covered up. I mean, he's now knocked down 12 shots from the field. They're leaving him out there a little too often.
He's knocked down 12 and only missed 7.
Yeah.
Sims in the low post, blocked by Johnson, and the Sharks will get it back. Let's see if they look to take some time off the clock or go for a quick score. You know what it's like to win in double overtime. You beat Thames Valley a few weeks ago. Is it a mental thing or a physical thing?
Well, it's a little bit of both, and you would certainly think it's a physical thing for Birmingham since they haven't subbed anybody all night, but hey, it's just, you never really know what's going to happen.
The give and go from Myers, that didn't count as a shot. Payne's got to shoot it. Payne at 1, misses, gets his own tip, and the buzzer went, but the shot had gone. The referee says no, and it's a 30-second violation.
I think it's fair that Birmingham gets the ball there. I don't know why, but I don't know if they got the shot off. It looked like they did, but the first one certainly wasn't a shot. If it wasn't a shot, it had to be a travel. I don't know.
You think it's fair that Birmingham got the ball there because you want them to win.
I'm not. I hear you. I hear you, Dan.
Lloyd for 3. No. Johnson fighting for it and gets it. Myers will slow it down. He looks to his coach, and his coach gives him the instructions for the play, and the play will be run by Travis Conlon. Amiko Atete getting ready to check in. I don't think we've seen him since the first half. That's 27 minutes ago at least, I think. Shot clock again ticking down. Again, it's in Payne's hands. He gets it to Johnson's, and sweet hands from Reggie Kirk. Johnson was thinking slam dunk, and Reggie Kirk denied him. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. They've got to be quick. Good hands from Kirk. It's lobbed out to Myers behind the arc. He's got to shoot. It's to Cawthorn. He shoots. Oh, in and out from Cawthorn. Payne chasing it. Johnson chasing it.
Oh, and Reggie scoops it up in the corner.
Don't quite know how it got all the way out there, but it did, and the Bullets will say thank you very much. They have another chance to tie. Kirk under pressure with the rearranged shot. It doesn't drop. Cawthorn, one-handed, plucks it out of the air.
Still no score for Birmingham here in the second overtime period.
Well, neither team scored for 2.5 minutes in the first period. We've only had 2 points in the first 2:45 of this one. Payne given some space. They're running at him now. He misses the shot, and these guys are just tired out there now. Both teams.
That's exactly right. You don't start playing until there's a minute to go here.
We're inside the final 2. As with the fourth quarter, overtime stops the clock on a score in the final 2 minutes. Sims given some room for 3. He still can't get one. Oh, great play by Fab Flanoy to knock it away from Terrell Myers. And the Bullets have another go.
Oh, they need a basket, huh?
Flanoy looking for that basket and finding it. We're tied at 81.
Tough shot. Good defense by Cawthorn. Fab had to go up over him. Tough shot.
Defensive cry from the home fans here. Both teams taking a lot of time off the offensive clock. Cawthorn to Myers. Myers for 3. Terrell Myers all twine from the corner.
There it is.
Made a 3 all game, but he's 1 of 8 now with a big 3. What do the Bullets do now? Do they respond with a 3 or go for a 2?
I don't know. I think they're just going to look for the best shot, whichever one it looks like.
It looks like Reggie Kirk spinning through the middle, stolen away by Terrell Myers, and in the space of 15 seconds, he's come up with 2 huge plays. Lloyd looking to foul Conlon. Ref let him go on the first, and foul got the second one, and it will send Conlon to the line. That's only number 2 on Nigel. Just a quick reminder of the foul problems for the final 40 seconds here. Myers and Cawthorn for Sheffield, 4 fouls each, but they've been there since regulation time. They've survived through both overtimes. 3 each for Johnson, Scantlebury, Flanoy, Atete, and Sims. Mike Finger has one last roll of the dice. He's taking it here with 40 seconds to go, and he's called a timeout. Let's have a listen.
Listen, okay. As soon as he misses, or if he makes it, we're getting it out to Reggie, and Reggie is sprinting down the floor, going all the way to the floor. You're rebounding, putting it back in. You 2 guys are back on defense, okay? But that's regardless of what happens right now. We're going down and getting a quick 2, okay? After that, we're pressed. We want to foul Wilbur or Conlon. Anybody in foul trouble? Okay, you're getting it, go hard all the way. As soon as you get it. 1, 2, 3, Bullets.
So there Nick looking for a quick 2-point score and a foul on Will Johnson or Travis Conlon. It's Conlon who goes to the line now, and Conlon, if I look down my list, is a 60% free throw shooter. Oh, Myers for 3! He isn't going from the line. I wasn't paying attention. Why? And Myers hit a 3.
Why wasn't he going to the line?
They're not in the penalty, obviously. And Sheffield have got the rebound, and suddenly they've come out with it. The Sharks fans are on their feet. And I think that must be it, surely.
They're in the penalty. Why did they not shoot free throws, Daniel?
I thought they were in the penalty. Maybe they weren't.
Must not have been. Nobody's saying anything or doing anything.
That is now team penalty on the Bullets. So Cawthorn goes to the line, and it looks, Nick Nurse, as if the Sharks are going to get away from here with a big win.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get away.
Mike Finger thought it was shots, so convinced us it was shots. I was looking for his free throw shooting percentage, and before I know it, I said earlier, Myers will come up with a big 3. He's come up with 2 big 3s here in overtime. It's an 8-point lead, and I believe that's the biggest lead of the ball game for either side. And the Sharks have hit the last 8 points. and they're just going to ice this victory here. What a tremendous win. Nick Nurse, you look almost as disappointed as Mike Finger there.
I'm not, not disappointed or not. It's going to set up a good game for next week. Certainly I want, the team that we're competing with to lose. I just can't quite figure out why that wasn't shots. And everybody in the place except for Sheffield thought it was shots, including me and you, I think.
Johnson at the line. They were going to foul him anyway, but he makes the free throws. Nick says sets things up for next week. Be here, Sky Sports 1, 7 o'clock, your regular slot. Manchester Giants, Sheffield Sharks. It looks like they're going to be tied at the top of the table by the time we get there. It will be a tremendous game. Sorry, you got to go to Edinburgh, so if you win that one, you'll be back.
Thanks, Daniel.
Sorry. Didn't want to count you out of it. So writing you off for a loss there.
I'll take those 2 points if you want to give them to me.
It's a tough place to go these days, Edinburgh.
I know it. They got a good team, a great place to play. The fans are really coming out over there.
It's good to see over there the Bullet season ticket holders, the posse they call them around here. They're on their feet, they're cheering, they're chanting. They know they've seen their team come out here with 6 senior players and take one of the best teams in the league to double overtime. There they are, they're really happy with the performance. Anybody out there who thought Birmingham were a flash in the pan with those 2 wins over Leicester and Leopards, think again. Birmingham are for real, Nick Nurse.
I hear you. Unbelievable performance by them. Probably did enough to win it, but just didn't quite finish it off.
You look back, and the thing that decided this game tonight was a heads-up play by Travis Conlon, a 3 to send it to overtime, and 2 threes by Myers, and the Sharks have won. The final score then, the Bullets 85, the Sharks 92 after double overtime.
What a great basketball game. Hopefully the one next Saturday can be as competitive as this one. Remember, Manchester hosts the Sheffield Sharks, top of the table class. Tune in for that one. We'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed tonight's game. I know I certainly did.